What's up, everybody? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the late night reality TV chat with Chef DonDon. Baby, we got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got a lot to talk about in regards to, I have on my thumbnail, Love and Marriage Huntsville. We have to talk about KEKE and MARSAUE addressing their mugshots and Tisha's criminal record. And we also have to talk about Marlo and versus Kandi from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, what I'm going to do is play my introduction and we'll get right into the tea, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please keep the comments respectful. I will open up the lines for us to have an open conversation and dialogue about this. I am doing this late because I do know that people, a lot of people view YouTube late. So I wanted to see what a late night show would bring me. So I'm here. If you would like to bless the channel monetarily, you can do so at the Cash App below. It will also help us go live. It helps with our equipment to be able to go live for sound. And then soon I will be able to go live. I haven't been able to do so because I don't have the technology just quite yet, but it's on the way and I'm super excited about it. But let's go ahead and get into this quick tea, y'all. So if you have not paid attention and you kind of been hiding up under a rock, you will know that Love and Marriage Huntsville has been pretty dramatic over the last few seasons or over this last season, right? So it looks like there is a secret that Marceau that we see on the show that KEKE keeps telling us that Marceau told, right? Um, this secret has to be a pretty bad secret, right? There was a couple of things that was revealed, and I am gonna put those things here on the screen, so bear with me here for just a second. I am going to start with KEKE's response to um, what people were saying to her. So give me just a second, Liz. Okay. So this is addressing the mugshot. I'm not going to post the mugshot because I don't think that that's quite fair to do to post a mugshot, but I will post a response. So KEKE is actually tagging someone, and she says, I was actually sick with COVID and had just left the emergency room. They gave me something for anxiety because I kept having panic attacks. I went to the pharmacy, and while waiting on my prescription, I fell asleep behind the wheel. Parked, parked, but my car was still on. Someone called the police after they saw me asleep, and they took me straight to the big house with my hospital wristbands on, with the paperwork showing that I had just been diagnosed with COVID. I fought it in court though, so I must, I most definitely am not worried about this. So y'all, this just really goes to prove to you that um, whatever the secret is, it has nothing to do with the show. Or this particular thing has nothing to do with it because the secret was from 5 or 6 years ago per KEKE. This was COVID, or I'm sorry, Cora ain't been around that long, y'all. So it hasn't been around for 5 years for us to be saying that that's what took place, right? So that's not the secret that's obviously going around. Now we do remember Marceau did say that all of Huntsville knows. So if this is not it, what is it? I'm like really tired of trying to figure this out. So I want you guys to go check out Empress Radio's video. I have linked her channel here in the description box below, as well as um, Hey Girl Hey. Now, I know that channel is specifically for women, but I do like that channel because I feel like she's very authentic, right? So there was an arrest record for Tisha. Everybody thought that it was in regards to shoplifting. But I'm sorry, Marceau actually did, well, let's stay on Keke, I'm sorry. Give me just a second. Let's see. Okay. So Kiki is responding to Cynthia Grant here, and she says, "Thank you. I really was very sick, and it was actually the next morning. I was still shocked that I had even been arrested at all. I've never been in trouble in my life, so I was really just dealing with the reality of everything because the meds that they gave me had me so sleepy that I don't even really remember the arrest process. I just remembered the officer coming to my car window, and then I woke up in the big house. Like, what the hell? I had to call the officer the next day to talk to him about it, about why he arrested me. And he told me that he felt bad. He felt really bad, but couldn't take the chance on letting me drive home. Y'all, I want Kiki to stop. I, I believe she had to respond to this in order to make good television, but there's something else that is going on. This can't be the only thing that is going on because the timelines don't match up. And something about this show and timelines just don't go well. I, I don't know what it is, but the show and like I said, the timelines they never seem to match up with one another. So I find that very weird. Now, what I'm going to do here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kiki has one more response, and I think that's this is. Let's see. Okay, yes, I have to be honest and take accountability. I do not live. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me move my picture here. Okay, so back to this. It says I have to be honest and take accountability. I do not live far from the hospital, actually like across the street, and the pharmacy is also right there. I told them that I wasn't driving when they asked because I honestly didn't think the medication would take effect before I got home. But I didn't factor in going to the pharmacy. I should have had my husband go get my medication and go straight home, right? But I want to preference this because this has been my theory from the beginning. I don't honestly think that Marcel has any outside children. I do think that there was some cheating that took place prior to him and I believe him and Tisha was married, but I don't believe that this is currently going on right now, right? But I want to play something for you all because it has been going back and forth what Kiki said at Mel's Pajama Jam party, right? I wanted to play this 40 second 45-second clip showing exactly what Kiki said. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move out of the Love and Marriage Huntsville situation with Kiki. I am going to post Marceau's response to him and Tisha's, his mugshot and Tisha's arrest record here momentarily. But give me just a second and let me play this quick video from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
You her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she's ever had an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like,
or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything that has ever been out?
I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
Not the first rumors, no.
So she's heard before all took. Oh, okay.
Let me say things have, come to her where she's had to look at her marriage.
Oh, okay.
We've had frank, open, honest conversations about, she and MARSAUE's relationship. Her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused MARSAUE.
Everybody wanted to talk about Letitia. Like I'm saying, if we weren't gonna invite.
Okay, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. So to me, what so basically everybody is being smart with their words, right? So KEKE never technically came out and said that MARSAUE was cheating and they had that her and Tisha had a conversation about it. But she did insinuate that, right? She did insinuate that they had issues within their marriage and they were talking about infidelity. I'm also going to call Mel out. I didn't realize how messy Mel was in that scene. And we got to call her a thing a thing. I love Mel, and don't get me wrong, but we got to call her a thing a thing. That was quite messy. All right, so let's get into MARSAUE's response to him and Tisha's, well, his mugshot and Tisha's arrest allegations. They were thinking they had something to do with shoplifting, but here is his response. Well, first, this is what KEKE had to say. So she says, MARSAUE Scott, now I'm actually here, or I'm actually with you here. I don't understand what any mugshots have to do with anything. I'm good on addressing mine. I don't give a F either way. And that's on 100. So this is pretty much her telling us that that's not the secret. But I honestly feel like that this was posted in a warning matter, like be careful. So do y'all honestly believe that there is a secret, or do you believe that they are trying to carry this as a storyline? Because for me, I kind of feel like both is taking place. I feel like it's a storyline. I feel like it's a stretch, but I also feel like there is something there. We don't quite know what it is, but there is something there. I don't agree with Tisha walking off. You trying to ruin my marriage. You're trying to ruin my marriage. You're trying to ruin my marriage. I am so tired of hearing that, child. Your own man is trying to ruin your marriage by uh, being he just go around with his words and around like a Ferris wheel. Telling anybody got time for that. All right. So let's get into the next thing. The next thing that I wanted to get into was um MARSAUE's response to this. So MARSAUE's response is, I'm gonna put it on the screen here. And again, I got this from Empress Radio, and I like to cite my sources. I got that from my boy Kempire. I have to shout him out. He's such a good content creator. Please follow him as well. But he cites his sources, and we understand that that is always good, right? Always follow, or also follow Hey Girl Hey. Subscribe to her channel. It is meant for females. However, I like her the way that she talks about her reality TV shows. So that's the reason why I continue to follow her. All right, so here is MARSAUE's response to the backlash of Tisha's arrest record and his mugshot. So he says, newsflash, and so you know MARSAUE always got to be smart. Newsflash, they are black in America. One was for owning an unsafe building, the apartment we bought in 2010. And the other was for telling an officer that he was blocking the entrance to my brother's office. in a spirited tone. Both drop anything else. But don't try to be smart about this because y'all know that when you're on reality TV, these types of things come out whether you want them to or not. So like, bro, don't be smart. Marceau is just I don't know. Let me you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I was gonna say something about him about what Martell may have done to him in that little altercation, child, but just gonna leave that to myself. But anyway, that is all I have on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm it's starting to get a little heavy. I think I'm ready for the reunion so that a lot of this stuff can just come out and we can be done with it. I, I don't know what it is. We've heard that Kiki and her husband has been sabotaged as far as being on the show. There's so much. It's just so much, and I can't keep up, y'all. But anyway, that's the tea that I have for that part. So before I close out this live or open up the lines on this live, I wanted to discuss Kandi and Marlo Child. Y'all, if you ask me, Marlo is doing the absolute most this season, and I'm starting to really just not be here for it. Um, because it is starting to become super, super annoying, right? She hits below the belt and doesn't care what she says or doesn't care what she does. And it's getting old. So, what I want to do here. So, as we know, Marla went into a really bad rant about calling Candy the H word and saying that Kenya was a video girl, and I mean, the girl was going in, right? So there was a post made by Miss Candy Burris, and this was the tweet that Miss Candy Burris tweeted. If someone shows you who they are, believe them, because they talking about me more than they talking about their own stories and businesses. RHOA. And then she retweeted and said, someone is worried about my anatomy and sexual history more than my gynecologist this season, RHOA. And then Marlo retweets that and says, I feel you, sis. They've been doing it to me for 10 years. Let them hate. But Marlo, we have to admit, you said on Carlos King's podcast that you was coming for Candy because she needs to work for her check. While I do agree that Candy does get away with a lot of stuff, she's able to coast along through her seasons without any real storyline. Her storyline is always based off of someone else. Riley, Todd, Mama Joyce, blase, blase, blase. She never has a real storyline for herself. So I can understand that part. But Marlon, I'm not here for you hitting below the belt. Like it's not cool. It's it's fairly disgusting. But anyway, so Marlo tweets and says, "Keep watching because the lady with the heavy tongue is keeping everybody." Oh, I'm sorry. Candy said, "Keep watching this season because the lady with the heavy tongue keeps my name in her mouth." And then Marlo says, "Keep watching because the lady with the heavy tongue is keeping everybody's storyline juicy and paychecks coming in." So Marlo feels like she's carrying the season, y'all. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel like Marlo is carrying the season with her below the belt comments, or do you feel like we could have just left Marlo as a friend of? Now, just remember that RHOA had a cash shakeup, so in this particular situation, I do think, and this is not the end of it. You see what Candy is saying right here? I believe Marlo's going to continue to hit below the belt throughout the entire season. And in my personal opinion, I do feel like it's just a tad bit disgusting, right? We always want to call out Candace Dilla Bassett for what she does on RHOP. We got to start calling out Marlo. We got to start calling out these people for doing the things that they do when they hit below their belt. If we feel like as viewers that that's what they're doing, call them out. It's just that simple. So for me, I don't know if Marlo is coming from a place of jealousy. I don't know if Marlo is just coming from a place of pure just nastiness. I don't know if she just despises Kandi. I don't know what the situation is, but it's actually becoming very heavy. But it's only gonna get worse. And they have a show to produce, right? They have a show to produce, so they have to keep up with the drama. But Marlo did mention that she was going to make Kandi pretty much work for what she has for this season. Like Kandi is the highest paid housewife, and Marlo is saying like Marlo is, and I've been saying this on Twitter. I don't think Marlo is saying that she wants to get paid what Kandi is getting paid. What Marlo is saying that if Kandi is going to be getting paid that much, produce us a storyline that's not based off of everybody else. Like I am not the biggest Kandi fan. She is a boss in her own way, and I do respect that. I respect her bossness, right? Sometimes Kandi doesn't move in the most authentic ways to me. Um, and sometimes I side eye her. But I don't think that what Marlo is giving her does she deserves. I will also say this about Kandi though. We have to be honest. Candy's storyline every season is always about her making or creating a business and her at Todd not having time for the family or for having time for each other, right? To me, that is enough. Like, I think with Candy in the game, from what we hear, they signed a multi-year contract with that or multi-season contract. So hopefully we get another season of it. If we get another season of Candy in the game, y'all, I know y'all ain't gonna like for me to say this, but I do not want to see Candy on RHOA anymore, if that's the case, right? Just because, again, those same recycled storylines are becoming old. And that goes for any housewife. If your storyline or you actually being on the show and you don't have a storyline, let's just use Garcelle Bouvet from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She doesn't really have a storyline, but she keeps the story going. She keeps the story going with Sutton. This season, she got her foot on the girls' necks. Okay, like she is stirring the pot. She is keeping everybody accountable. She's asking the right questions. She's saying the right things, and you need that in these Housewives franchises, right? You need someone who actually stirs the pot but keeps it going. Marlo stirs the pot, but she does it a little bit too harshly for me. She definitely hits below the belt, and it's not cute. It's not cute. Looking at this right here, y'all, Marlo just said in this tweet right here that she been dealing with this on the show for the last 10 years, right? She been dealing with people coming out for 10 years. You've been a friend of the show for 10 years, and you've been tired of people coming at you for 10 years. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. How do y'all feel about this? Chat with me. Talk to me. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Because for me, it's going to play out throughout the season in a way that I don't want it to. And then I'm going to say this one last thing as well. So I in my review earlier when I did review Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we talked about the scene where um I didn't say this in my video earlier, but I feel like Candy in the moment when I feel like she was trying to protect Kenya a little bit in that moment when she told or when Sheree was saying that Candy didn't call her based off her Tyrone standing Sheree up, right? In that moment, I felt like Candy was trying to protect Kenya as being a friend by saying they may have not had that conversation. That's why Kandi didn't just pick up the phone and call Sheree, because then I guess Sheree would have been like, how do you know? But it was all over the internet, y'all, that she had got stood up. So I don't know. For me, that whole Sheree being upset with Kenya was all Marlo. That was all Marlo. We got to remember, Sheree was at home eating some chips, minding her business, baby. She wasn't worried about Marlo or Kenya, so she had no clue that Marlo and Kenya was doing anything for her. So for her to not know that, for her to know that Kenya was sick and full of glam, Marlo had to tell her. So I say Marlo continues to pump and prime people to be getting back at Kandi, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. She did do that this last episode. You go outside, you talk about Kandi like a dog, you talk about Kenya like a dog, but then Sheree is going to agree with this. And Sheree, you're not in a space to be agreeing, dog. Like, you're not in a space to be agreeing with what Marlo is saying about Kenya, because that was the first person that you called when you was crying. Like, y'all, for me, yeah, that wasn't cool. That's not a friend. You do not do that. I did not agree with that. You you didn't have to agree with Marlo in that moment. You could have allowed Marlo to say what she was going to say and just be done with it, right? I did not agree with that. Um, so y'all talk to me. Let me know your thoughts for sure about this. Just kind of recapping what I talked about here. I did talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. I talked about KEKE and MARSAUE addressing their issues, addressing mugshots, and addressing Tisha's arrest record. Um, so y'all check that out in the replay. Is there anyone that may want to come up and just kind of have a conversation with me? I would love, love, love for you to come up. Give me just a second, and I am going to post the link in the chat. Um, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I just posted the link in the chat because I do, again, want to hear what you guys have to say about this particular situation. I want to hear if you think or if you're in hospital, you know a little bit about Kiki's situation. I want to know that because this, the timeline ain't timelining, okay? And we have to call things out. Like, it's supposed to be a big secret that was 5 or 6 years old, but I, I'm not seeing the secret. I mean, this can't be the secret. Cora ain't been around that long for you to be blaming it on the Cora. Now, I'm sure, again, that she was just addressing what has already been talked about on the internet. But again, let us address it the correct way. Again, y'all, the link is posted there. Please just click that link, and then you do not have to create an account. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. It doesn't look like you can select those words, but it continue without selecting or without creating an account, and it'll get you right in, tell you to put your name in, and you can come right up. I know most people are used to using StreamYard, but I do use a different platform. So again, just click that link and come up and have a quick conversation with me. I'm going to be on for about another 5 to 6 minutes here. All right. And again, while I'm waiting I'm just going to go ahead and repost some of the here. Now, again, y'all, my personal opinion, I felt like this response from MARSAUE was very smart. And again, this is him addressing Tisha's arrest record and him addressing his mugshot, right? That's what this is about. Newsflash, they are black in America. One was for owning an unsafe building, the apartments we bought in 2010, and the other was for telling an officer that he was blocking the entrance to my brother's office. Now, remember, y'all, when these people are on reality TV, you might as well just go ahead and throw your skeletons on out there because Black Twitter is going to find them. Like, let's just be real. Black Twitter is going to find them, so you might as well just go on and put that out there so that you're not embarrassed. Because eventually it's gonna come out, right? It's gonna come out. Kiki addressed this, but y'all, in my mind, I think there's something more to it. We just I guess have to wait to find out. Kiki did tell us to continue to watch. Do I have that? Let me see if I have that post where she says, okay, here it is. So she was like, yes, keep watching. You'll see they can get the records and they'll show exactly what I explained. They didn't make me wait, but I did tell them that my husband drove me. But again, y'all, in this manner, this timeline ain't timelining. Again, because there's a big gap between when Cora was around versus 5 to 6 years ago when they keep saying that the business was told. So what secret was actually told? Because this here, Kiki, I get you clearing your name about the mugshot, but this ain't telling us nothing. This ain't giving us the information that we need to know. So what is the secret? What's the secret? And then I want to play this video one more time so that y'all will understand what exactly Kiki did say at Mel's pajama jam party. Take a look at this video again.
You her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she's ever had an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like
Or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything
no,
that has
these
ever
are
been
not
out?
I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
You know, not the first rumors. No.
So she's heard before all. Oh, okay.
Let me say things have come to her where she's had to look at her marriage.
Oh, okay.
We've had frank, open, honest conversations about she and MARSAUE's relationship. Her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused MARSAUE.
Everybody wanted to talk about Letitia. Like I'm saying, if we weren't gonna invite
Y'all, do y'all see that? So again, they like to play with words because Kiki never said here. Again, the conversation was about infidelity, but in this conversation, she never said that Tisha came to her to talk about Marceau cheating on her. She did not. So when she said on the episode from this last week, this last Saturday, when her and Tisha was going back and forth, and Tisha said that me and this girl ain't never had no conversation because she went and told the host that, or she went and said at the pajama party that I have had a conversation with her about Marcel's infidelities, and that's not the case. She didn't say that. She did play with words though. I will say that. And this whole cast, if you ask me, loves to play with the words, including people who cannot maybe comprehend the words as well. So I mean, y'all, it's a lot of mess. I'm sure that this is not gonna be the end of it. The reunion is, I'm sure, it's gonna be pretty lit. Love and Marriage DC just filmed their reunion yesterday, so I would assume that since Love and Marriage Huntsville just filmed their the Madani's launch was the finale, and that was Memorial Day weekend when the brawl happened and everything. So I'm assuming that we have maybe a good 5 or 6 more episodes left before we do get a reunion. And I do believe that the reunion is going to be good. Um, because I do believe that if Carlos is going to host it, he's got to ask these questions because we need to know. We need to know like what's really going on and what's up. Like we need to know, y'all. But again, since I didn't get too many people in, I mean, I see y'all are coming into the live stream. Um, Please, if you happen to watch this later on, please leave your comments and please remain respectful in the comments as well. I do respect all comments again as long as they are respectful. But I like hearing a difference of opinions. Um, Please make sure you check out Empress Radio. The link to their channel is in my bio or in my the description of this video, as well as to Hey Girl Hey's channel as well. Make sure y'all check these content creators out and support them as much as you can. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I am going to play this video for y'all one more time just because I want y'all to understand what KEKE said in this moment. So if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, then you know exactly what's happening here. And I do want to call her out. I love Mel, but Mel was messy in this clip. Look at this clip one more time.
You her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she's ever had an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like
Or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything that has ever been out?
I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
You know, not the first rumors, no.
So she's heard before all took. Oh, okay.
Let me say things have, come to her where she's had to look at her marriage.
Oh, okay.
We've had frank, open, honest conversations about, she and MARSAUE's relationship. Her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused MARSAUE.
Everybody wanted to talk about Letitia. Like I'm saying, if we weren't gonna invite
Y'all heard it from cousin KEKE. She said they had conversations about the marriage. She did not say anything about any infidelity. She did not. Again, the conversation was about infidelity, but she didn't say anything about infidelity. So I just want to preference that again. Again, y'all, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please keep an eye out this week. We will have several videos coming to you this week. We have Basketball Wives review that will be coming to you. Please go check out, if you haven't been watching the shows, please go check out my reviews. My reviews are less than 20 minutes and you can get a recap of the actual episode. And if you like that, then you can go watch the episode of whatever the show is, right? But we have Basketball Wives that will be the review will be out in the morning. We also have tomorrow is Tuesday, right? So don't have anything on Tuesday, but Wednesday we do have Real Housewives of Dubai, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We don't have anything Thursday, and then Saturday, of course, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC Nightcap with Carlos King. And I want to say that's it. Oh, y'all. I want to know the tea on the nightcap with Carlos King. Tiffany's married, and Big Lou is not going to be on. It's going to be Ashley and Quicksilver from Love and Marriage DC and Tiffany Whitlow by herself. So, what's the tea on that, y'all? Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your night. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Bang that notification bell. And if you would like to bless the channel monetarily, you can at the Cash App below. Of course, it helps us continue to go live. Um, and of course, follow me on Instagram. I love you all and have a great night. Toodles.